Alright, what's good? This is kind of not really the kind of video that I usually do, but I just felt like I'd do it because I know I've been fucking annoyed at these things sometimes. I'm probably never ever gonna make another video about this, and I'm not like a vapor, like I'm just I like nicotine. So basically, this is just like some common problems with a stlth and how to fix them and shit, because I've had basically every single problem because I've had the same stlth for like a year, I'd say now. So basically, the first thing I'm just gonna go over is like how to clean shit. So basically, you got your pod, you got your fucking this thing. Just take a Q-tip. You can also take a tissue and just jam it in there. But you want to leave enough out that you can like pull it out still. And then for this, just wipe this on Z pods, which is this kind of pod. You can't, that I know of, do this, but on the white tipped pods, you just like take this thing off. It's pretty hard to do, but you can do it. Just take it off, and then there's like this little cotton ring that's like right here, and you just like squeeze it in between paper towels. Clean that out. That's get some like gross like buildup out of the way usually. So Jesus. The first issue that I find a lot with these, especially if you're Canadian, I mean, these do originate from Canada. So like whenever you come in from outside and it's cold as fuck, you come in, it's warm, this shit starts leaking like a bitch from like these little holes down here. Basically what you want to do, and this also goes for in this little stem, a lot of the time, like when something like that happens, there will be like bubbles in it. So what you want to do, put it upside down, wipe this shit, hold a tissue right here and put it up to your mouth. I'm not going to show my face, but you put it up to your mouth and you just blow in. You don't want to blow through here because the air is not supposed to go that way. So blow this way, collect it like that, and yeah. So that's one issue. Another issue is airflow. As you can see, I've literally just I've fucking put a third hole. It's not right lined up with these because it has to be like where there's like, it's like in here where the pod goes, not like in the actual mechanism. So it sounds sketchy, looks sketchy. As long as you get it here and you don't put it where these are, because these are actually inside the mechanism, you'll fuck it up by doing that. And also be careful, don't make a huge ass hole. Another fix, not ever an issue with these pods, but some of the new white pods, just like literally just like loosen it a little bit, just a tiny bit out, but not too far out. Find the sweet spot. You can get really nice hits, and it also fixes airflow. So yeah, that's the second fix for like the second issue. All right, this third issue, it probably everyone's like bane when it comes to vaping, burnt. So there's 3 solutions for stlth pods. I think it works with most pod systems. Like, I've done this. I've done 2 of these with a Novo, and I did one of them with a Breeze. I think I've done it with the Juul, and I think it does work for like any pod-based system. Most of these. The first one is really complicated, and I'm not going to explain it. It's rewicking the coil. I will put a link in the description for someone else who did it, which I've done, and it works, so it's not too suspicious. You know, you want to be careful with it, but it just involves actually cleaning the coil and replacing the cotton in the pod. So will be in the description. The second thing is like, it's not as like intense, but it's not something that you'd be able to do like when you're out. Like, this is something you'd want to do when you like are in your house or some shit. So basically, you take a sharp object. It could be a letter opener like this, it could be a knife, it could be a fucking nail file. That's what I usually use. But I don't know if you can fucking see here, but there's like, I don't even know where it is, bro. Fucking, alright, here. So basically, you got these little flaps. My camera will not focus, obviously, but you stick the object in there real tight, you push it, and you slide it up, like, up this way. And it will, like, loosen, like, the little thing, and then there's one on each side. Loosen them both, and then you can, if you have long nails, which I don't, you can just pop it out, or you can use your teeth or pliers or some shit. So you take that out, and then in here there is, like, you can see a little bit, piece of plastic that shields the tank from the actual, like, straw here. And then there's a coil and, like, cotton going on each side. What you do, take a Q-tip, you dab the cottons, or you, like, try to soak up some of the juice. Then you can also take a Q-tip with isopropyl alcohol, wipe that off. That sounds suspicious, but isopropyl is used for a lot of electronics to clean it because it evaporates really fast in room temperature. So if you do that, don't soak your shit and just let it sit for a minute and it'll be all good when you put it back in. So that's one of the things. Also, don't lose the little plastic piece here that shields the straw thing. I like to call it a straw because one time it was just like, whatever, you know, took it out. I don't need it, but I ended up hitting it without the plastic piece, and it was literally just a straw for my tank, and that shit was gross. So be aware of that. Now the third fix, this one's really easy. This is the one I use the most when I'm like out. What you do, you get a burn hit, right? Ew, gross. Plug the bottom part real tight with your finger. You don't want any fucking airflow for this. And then you just inhale. I usually go for like 7 times, maybe. And then what you want to do, what this does basically, is since there's no airflow, it just draws up the juice into the cotton, kind of like primes it like really quickly basically, and usually I can get like 10, 15 non-burnt hits, and then I have to do it again. So yeah, that is the third issue of burntness. So there's also, this isn't really an issue, but refilling it. So you remember how I said how to take the black part off if you're gonna refill these, because fuck disposable pods, that shit's a waste and it's a money drain. So basically you take the black part off, fill up the juice, don't go past, you can't see here, there's a little ridge. I usually just fill it up to like right there, because any farther than that and it's just too full basically. So don't go over that. So yeah, what the fuck? Oh yeah, also, right, this is what I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting shit. You can usually get away with refilling these 3 times each. 4 is pushing it just barely. Like you can maybe get away with it, even nice pod. But 5, yeah, at 5, the plastic part actually starts getting burned by the coil, like the little plastic protective thing. So once you start getting burn hits, no matter what, and you take a little plastic piece and you see this getting burnt, fuck that. That's, I don't even know, dude. I just know inhaling plastic, not a good fucking thing. So get a new pod, take this stuff, the juice from this tank, put in another one, whatever. Just don't inhale the plastic shit. Don't do that. So this is also just a little section of just like weird tiny issues that I've never seen talked about online, really. I mean, a few of them I have, but barely. One of them, especially with the Z pods, these magnet pieces, they literally get like fucking, they just pull out of the pod, and it's really fucking weird. But just push them back in and push them really hard. And every once in a while you might get, like, it won't be hidden, so just push it in even harder, you know. Also, these little prongs at the bottom, connector prongs, can't see them, whatever. They're spring-loaded, so sometimes they'll get stuck. What you want to do is just push it, or if you don't, like, you can't do that, just pull it with a tweezer. That can be really annoying, though, so, you know, if you're good and precise with tweezers, then go ahead and do that, but personally, I'm not. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, anyway, definitely won't be making a video like this again. I just thought it'd be useful for some fucking people.